These are 3 of my favorite easy pelvic floor releases. They are safe for everybody, no matter how tight or weak your pelvic floor is. You're not going to do any damage. But it is really important that we learn to feel when our pelvic floor is relaxed and when we are holding tension there. Now, if you have a lot of tension in your pelvic floor and you find it really hard to relax and feel the movement, then we might need to go to another level and use some other exercises to help. But these basic pelvic floor releases are safe for everybody and a really good place to start. So, when we're talking about relaxing our pelvic floor, and I have my life-size pelvis here to help you out, we are looking at these muscles down here. Okay, so we want to make sure that we find our sits bones. There's those 2 bones here, and when you're sitting, those are the ones that we would like to be sitting on as opposed to sitting back on our tailbone. So if you're sitting up on top of those bony bits in your bottom, that is where we are focusing. When we are using our breath, we want to feel that we are stretching these 2 sits bone points away from each other as we breathe in, and they're releasing in together as we breathe out. So some people like to talk about it being like a jellyfish gentle movement. So as you breathe in, it's going to expand, those sits bones are going to stretch open, and as you breathe out, then they're going to come in again. We also can think about some movement from the tailbone. As we breathe in, tailbone is going to lift a little bit. As we breathe out, it's going to come down. So the whole pelvic area is going to expand a little bit like a jellyfish with that breath in, and as we breathe out, we're not going to do any tensioning, just let it come back to its natural resting point. We're going to start off using one of my favorites that I use in my yoga class, and that is a wide angle child pose. So if you come onto all fours, you're going to pop your big toes together and take your knees wide. Now that's going to start opening up into the back of that pelvic floor already. Sit back and make sure that you allow that tailbone to come down. So we're getting some relaxation. We don't want to be sitting up, pulling that tailbone high. That's going to pre-tension and stretch those muscles. So nice long arms forward. You can put your forehead all the way down onto the floor if you like. I won't, so you can hear me talking. And we're going to take that nice deep breath down into our core, into our back and sides. And as you breathe in, try and feel like you're stretching open into the pelvic floor. You might even feel your anus pushing out a little bit with that in-breath and then coming in again as you breathe out. So the tip is, as we breathe out, that's full relaxation, no tension in the body. Breathe in, try and think about those sits bones opening. Breathe out and relax. The second exercise I really like for opening your pelvic floor is again a yoga exercise, but we're changing its focus to the pelvic floor. We're going to do happy baby pose. So if you roll down onto your back, then I'm going to bring my knees up. Open those knees again, because then we're starting to that stretch and open the sit bones. You can start by holding the inside of your feet. Okay, you can come up and pull down. So again, we have stretched open that pelvic area. And if you are advanced, then you keep holding the inside of the feet. Bring your knees together. So we're now in a little bit of internal rotation with the knees, and that is also going to stretch. Now, in each of these positions, we want to again focus in on your breath. So that's that nice deep breath into your belly, back and sides. Feel those sit bones open, breathe out and relax. Again. And relax. My last favourite stretch for your pelvic floor is a deep squat. You can use the arm of a sofa. I'm using a door frame so that you can see, and I have room under my bottom. And here I can even use my hands to pull those sits bones a little bit further apart. Okay, so I can sit here and have a cup of tea or watch the kids playing, watch the news on TV. Nice deep breaths, and I am working open into that pelvic floor.